Hi survivors, it's me Represent reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well because what's going on in this world is not. Now, today I'd like to just briefly talk about tactics and strategies of the enemy and how unfortunately they have been displacing all of us. Now they're displacing more people in certain regions than before. I'm going to give y'all an example. And I'm talking about these powers that be over here in this country, allegedly. They causing a lot of these problems that's going on globally. Believe me when I tell you. They don't call this country a military superpower or a powerful place, the most powerful place in the world for nothing. These so-called leaders got their hands in everything that's going on all over this world, allegedly. Now, at the beginning of this pandemic, I want y'all to follow me and follow me well. And I think it's important to discuss this. I think it's important for people to know the strategies and tactics of the enemy, which are the strategies and tactics of the devil. So when you see things, certain things going on, you know where it's coming from, how it's coming, and what's the outcome of it, and how you go about strategizing your life to survive these tactics. We know they're evil. I can't iterate that enough how evil they are. But this stuff has been planned years and years and years ago. It's even in the scriptures about how all of these things were going to unfold. And I can't believe that we're actually living in these times to see all of these things, to experience all of these things, and survive all of these things. Now, at the beginning of this pandemic, y'all, follow me well. Big populated areas like this and other places that got hit really, really hard, especially the inner cities and the nursing homes and all of those types of things. People moved in droves all around this country and in other places as well. They got out of these areas immediately, those who could anyway. A lot of people couldn't afford, didn't have the money to leave, so they just left. What I'm about to explain to y'all is the tactic they do to displace people, to keep people unstable, and to keep people having to spend their money, and to keep people moving. So I'm just talking about these recent events in the last couple of years, but this has been going on for years and years and years, these tactics. But they're more common now than they've ever been. People had to just leave. Then when we're talking about how many people lost their jobs, so people had to relocate other places so they could find work. Then we're talking about how as far as people losing their jobs with businesses shutting down, and then when they came out with, these mandates, allegedly, and all these things, people having to leave because of the mandates. They had to migrate somewhere else because they needed to find income and work for their families. See, these are tactics and strategies of the devil. And there's so many other different things I know that I'm missing. And if you guys are aware of it, if you like to put it in the comment section, please do. People need to be aware of the strategies and tactics of the enemy. Now, what we're seeing, if I think of some other ones, I'll come back on it. But now we're seeing how they're displacing people over there in Ukraine. They instantly had to be displaced, instantly had to move. And not only does it take your time and your money, and it makes you unstable. When you're unstable, it's hard to accomplish things. You can't accomplish things when you're unstable and you don't know where to go. But it also brings about a lot of stress, a lot of worrying. And not only that, also with what they're going through, with the violence, with the attacks. See, in the black community, we have gone through this mostly all our life. Living in hoods, all the violence and stuff that plagues those communities. Single mothers trying to move from here to there, trying to get away from it. You know, our own people trying to get away from it. You know, dealing with unlawful incarcerations, being displaced, taken from your family, now you're incarcerated. That's displacement. Those are strategies and enemies and tactics of the enemy. Now, not only do you have Ukrainians being displaced by these tactics of the enemy, of the devil, Satan himself, you got people in Russia. Y'all, all this stuff is affecting regular people like you and I. That the powers that be are putting on us. And then they saying that they have beef with one another when this stuff was already planned. This was already planned. You know, they're saying they have beef with one another, which we are highly affected. We are highly affected from. Now listen, and then on top of that, it's a part of their agenda. And all they gotta do is put it in the news. Everybody go believe it. Oh, it's Russia fault. Oh, it's Russia fault. When this stuff been happening to us. Now they want to blame that man over there. Now you have people in Russia being displaced. Businesses have to shut down because now they're being cut off from all over the world. People losing their jobs. People having to move now because all these things that's going on. Y'all, do y'all know regular people in Russia who didn't ask for none of this are being deprived every single day now? Don't know what they're going to do because of all this madness? Then you got us over here. We worried and concerned. Now a lot of us trying to move to safe zones, to bunkers, to low areas, to the mountains. You know, getting out the city. So, because we don't want to be a part of no nuclear attack. And EMP attacks and all these different things that's about to happen. It's unfortunate, y'all, but y'all better put your seatbelt on. These things are going to happen. And I'm not saying that to fearmonger. Look at what's going on. Y'all, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So the part of the enemy's tactics are to displace people. We're constantly having to be this. Look at me. I'm out here in the city where I work at. I make money. But now I had to find bug out locations upstate New York. I had to find bug out locations in other places in this region to get away from here. And I'm like, God, I don't have the money for this, you know? I'm like, how am I going to do this? That's a lot of our cries right now. The people in Ukraine, I don't have the money for this. The people in Russia, I don't have the money for this. Over here, I don't have the money for this. Where am I going to go? Like my aunt said on the recording, where we supposed to go? When you're already paying for a place that you have, a stable place that you have, and you have to think about, man, I got to leave this place. First of all, where am I going to go? Second of all, what am I going to do? Most of all, how am I going to get the money to do these things? These are enemies, strategies, and tactics of the devil to keep us unstable, to keep us worried, to keep us confused, to keep us stressed out, to keep us having to spend the little money that we have. Now they're holding back money that we have. So for all those who want to update, if I got my money out that bank yet? Nope. And I got videos I'm about to upload to show y'all. And the reason why I'm uploading these videos so people can see what's going on. So people will know, take your money out that bank, allegedly. So people will know, don't put your money in that bank. So y'all bear with me if y'all tired of the uploads from the bank. 'Cause I'm going to do it. People need to know. So they just got us moving around like we some rats. Going from here, going there, going here, going there. That remind me of all my life. Having to be unstable. having to move here, move there, cause a fight or flight situation, or somebody done did this, or something going down there. These people over here shooting in their own community, killing each other in their own community. I gotta get away from this. I'm telling y'all. Y'all brace yourself. I try to iterate the importance of exercising, how to keep your mind calm. I try to tell you guys, be prepared to lose everything. Those people in Ukraine that lost everything. A lot of them, for some reason, thinking they're going to be able to go back home. I mean, it's good to be optimistic, but it's better to be realistic. Imagine having to leave your home, all your stuff in there, everything, and you having to start over. I didn't have to start over so many times, it don't even bother me. And I'm glad because God has prepared me for these times. I've truly been prepared for these times. I can walk away right now and not worry about it. I got preps, so many preps down there in Texas. And I'm like, wow, I'm not able to utilize any of them. I'm having to buy that stuff all over out here now. And had I not been going through this all my life, I'll be probably tripping. But I'm not. Don't attach yourself to nothing materialistic. And then reading the scriptures, I found that a lot of the prophets had to move from here to there. A lot of them had to be nomads. This stuff has happened to people before in time, y'all. Now it's happening to us. Stay steady. Stay steadfast. Keep praying. These are solutions I'm giving now. And if you're not a praying person, you might want to become one. And if you're not one who exercises and fasts to keep your mind right, to keep your body right, you might want to start doing that. I'm going to keep on talking about it. I don't care who say, well, that's not what she keep talking about. You sure right. I'm going to keep explaining how important and informing you guys how important it is to keep your mind right. So when it's times that you have to be displaced, or it's times, God forbid, you lose things that you need, or you got to keep going from here. You get to one location, you find out you got to leave that location because of something else. Your mind will be right. You'll be prepared for it. You know it's tactics of the devil, and you know how to strategize yourself. It's unfortunate that we just can't be even stable in our own minds without having to worry. It's a big time prepper right now having to leave his place that he's been stable on, because of the things that's going on in that particular state since this pandemic has occurred. And increase on prices and things like that. Y'all be prepared. Be prepared. Keep your mind right. Please keep your mind right. And the best things I know to keep your mind right is through prayer. For me, if y'all know something, y'all let me know in the comment section. Being prepared, praying, fasting, and exercising. I know there's some other ways. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. And it keeps you from being stressed out. Just have your mind already ready. If we gotta go, what's the plan? Have a plan in place. If we have to move from here, if we have to go from here, what we gotta do? I know this last week, that's what I've been thinking of. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I have some things, some spiritual warfare things going on in Texas with me right now. That's why I've been preventing to go there. I have family members calling me saying, don't even come out here right now. We're being attacked in the spiritual world. And if y'all know anything about demonic attacks and spiritual attacks, it affects whoever you connected to and who you're connected with. Believe me, this is also spiritual warfare, y'all. Embrace yourself. Keep your mind right. Keep your body right. Stay prayed up, because we're all going through it. And if you want to believe everything the mainstream media blaming it on Russia, I feel sorry for you, because you don't know who your true enemy is. The true enemy lies within right here. We're in trouble with this administration, y'all. Allegedly. I'm telling you. All this man has done since he's been in office, allegedly, is destroy this country. Now he's destroying the world. They're destroying the world. Believe me when I tell you, allegedly. Watch this world. Watch the weather. Smell your water. Purify your water before you use it. follow me on my other platforms. Please join me on Patreon. I can't tell it like I want to tell it on here. Follow me on my Patreon page. The links will be in the description. You're looking for land anywhere, we can assist you in those areas. You're looking for bug out locations, we can assist you. We got some up here now, you guys. I'll put on my website if you guys are interested in some bug out locations up here as well now. I've been having to investigate for the last week because of all this nonsense, foolishness that everybody's going, that we're all going through. And you guys keep surviving.